Good morning, everyone, on a lovely Monday dawn. It's almost 2 in the morning, guys. This is JM, the morning skin defender, an entrepreneur, a call center agent, and a blogger and a motivational speaker, guys. For this topic that I have installed, thank you, by the way, for the two viewers a while ago, early viewers. I want to discuss about um, my life, guys. This is about what we call every one of us goes through some trials, right, in life, and then uh, we go also to some hardships, right, in life. Um, on this Monday dawn, guys, I want to discuss about uh, certain things about my life, guys, and how certain obstacles that I've been through with the fame that I have, guys. Before I have where I am or where I am right now, I've reached where I am. What are the uh, the obstacles that I have encountered, guys? How have I overcome those things? Uh, in those obstacles, dating to me being a student, guys. Because I want the reason I want to share this is I want it to be an inspiration for some who have been through and through, and sometimes they bow down their heads to hardships and trials in life, right? And before I start with um, my discussion, guys, I want to shout out, as I always would say, to the OFWs who are currently working Middle East. They are working in Europe. They are working in Germany. They might be working else in other places. And there are also some that are working in different regions that we have that are far from their family. We could say that they are, they would be considered as, yeah, far from their family. And for those also that are OFW, guys, it's not easy. Sometimes when we leave our family, just because we have to fulfill certain responsibilities that we have. My salute to you guys, because it's not easy being there, but we have to do that because we have to fulfill some responsibilities that we have in life, right? Making sure that our kids' futures are stumped in, right? My salute also, guys, to the Habal Habal drivers, regardless of where you are currently right now. You might be stationed in different important places just to get some customer passengers, right? It's not easy during dawn that we find passengers, uh, because on some places we have to go some different places to get our passengers, right? My salute to you guys for standing up to your responsibility, being uh, the provider, or it might be the opposite side, but you're just we are you're doing your job to provide for our family's daily needs, right? My shout out to our security personnel who are established in different places, working at dawn, My shout out also to the doctors, the nurses, the production workers who are currently working right now in different areas on a night shift. And for my shout out for these people who are currently in the province right now, they are returning to the city because today is already a work day, right? Because the long weekend was already a vacation, and then today it's a start day, right? For my kid, later he would have already school in his school. My shout out also to those people who are currently awake right now, preparing for everything for the kid. Because as I mentioned, it's already a school day, right? For our Tubbins, it's not easy, but we have to do it as a parent. We have to stand for our responsibility, making sure that the future of our kids, the future of our uh, of we need to do this because of our responsibility. Sometimes we don't think of already of ourselves, but we think of uh, fulfilling our responsibility for our kids. And yeah, I wanted to discuss about certain things about my life, guys. Dating back when I used to be a little boy. Um, Hi, by the way, for the react Kenneth Ripper on my live video. And actually, by the way, guys, this is also simultaneously live on John Michael Morrow, my YouTube channel. On I have pasted on the chat room in YouTube, guys. And uh, dating back, guys, when I was in the province in Ingog City, Misamis Oriental, the place where I see that it's already developing as it goes right now. I used to be a regular student back then, regular personnel back then. Even though with the life that we have, that my dad works his ass out for everything, whatnot, right, to provide for every needs that we have in the family, guys. Um, much the trials I've been to back then, guys, is when I used to be a little kid back in kinder, guys. I was just a shy type of person. I was just a friendly person, but a shy type of person. And with the mouth that I had before, how I speak, guys, back then in Mindanao, my mouth was like, cause the environment where I grew up in my place was like, because my great grandfather was highly high blood, or in the side of my dad, of Spanish. Our environment in the house was we were trained to speak in English at the time, guys. So when I uh, was studying in kinder, given that I was a province boy back then in Ingog City, Misamis Oriental, there were there were teasers, there were bullies along the way because they will always say that you're living in Mindanao, Misamis Oriental, in particular the province, my city, Ingog City. You should be fluent in Cebuano, you should be fluent in Bisaya, right? But uh, with the amount that I have during kinder, guys, I kept on receiving those things. But as I grew up, guys, I made that as a challenge. How did I do it? On the first few months of vacation, guys, when I was there, I was never. It never came to the point of me like because there were bullies and such. I would back down to those challenge. Back then I was really what I am, a strong person, a fighter in some ways, where those bullies would come. What I did, guys, is for those 2 months of vacation, guys, I made it to myself that I would go with my um one of my uh helpers in the house, guys, to their place. He is already, yeah, he passed away a couple of years ago. My salute to that person. And I went with them there to their place. In what was his first aspiration is like, John, we are going to. I remember the place that's Magallanes in Ogun City, Misamis Rendak. We would go there, and then he would say, John, this is the things that we have only in our house. Are you okay with that? We have kinamos, we have these things in it. I said to my to the person, that's okay with me. That's okay with me. And in that place, guys, all of them would speak Cebuano at that place. My mouth back then when I started was English in particular. And but I gel with it. I took it as a challenge that when I am there, I'm gonna learn my mouth to speak Bisaya. And if there are languages that I am hearing that I'm not able to understand, I'll ask my companion about it. What's the meaning of it? And 2 months have passed, guys. Do you know what happened? When I was already in this going back as a grade one student, because I was able to take up K1 and K2 uh, at it was 1 year, but I have to take up K1 in the first semester, K2 on the second semester. What did I do, guys? By the way, thank you for the like Fred Conde. I highly appreciate it. Thank you. Then, uh, when I went back to school in Christ Singing College, in Oak City, Missouri, it was the old campus back then. It was like the grade school campus. It was near North City Central School, near near also the church in our place. Every classmate that I had were amazed of me because why? When I went back to school, my mouth was Cebuano na tayo. They thought I would take it something else. I would take it negative, but I took it positive. I challenged myself at the time. There were also times, guys, that because we were three in the family back then. Uh, During the first couple of years when it was only my older brother and I, the focus of my dad was me. But after 11 years, I had my little sister, and I was the middle in the family, guys. Us all, I don't know if every middle in the family would agree with this. When we are in the middle of the family, regardless of how many we are in the family, guys, most of the attention would go to the youngest and the oldest in the family. The middle would be sometimes uh, would not be looked behind, right? With regards to the projects, with regards to what we ask in our parents, right? For some they will take it negative. For me, guys, I took it positive. Given that we are three in the family, uh, what do I do, guys, for times that some of my projects would not be given directly to me because I have I understand that I have my younger sister wherein my dad and my mom would focus on, and my older brother. who my parents would also focus on. What did I do, guys? During those times, guys, because my dad already was already there, guys. On time. My dad would drink some alcohol at the time, guys. During night time. What did I do to um somewhat like lessen the gap towards what those things, guys? I didn't envy on the attention that's been given to my older brother, my younger sister, because I know that's what they will be getting, because she's in the middle, she's in the last. My older brother is up front. What did I do, guys? During those times that my dad would drink, after that drinking night, guys, on the first hour of the morning, guys, what did I do? I would get a sack, guys. I would get all those long necks. I would get those junior, uh, put it in a sack, collect them every other day, guys. Once it's uh, once it's like um full, every Saturday, guys. Because my Monday to Friday, my dad would drink. I would put it in the sack, right? I would put uh those things in the sack. By Saturday, guys, I would borrow the tricycle of my tito. I'll I'll ask them if I can borrow it. What do I do? I put the stacks of alcohol bottles, guys, in that sack. What did I also do? I would then ploy to the nearest hardware, guys. At that time, guys, mga Tanduay bottles were at 150, 125 pesos per piece, guys. And then for those Coke bottles, Coke that are big, that's 5 pesos. For the small one, that they would buy it at 125, 2 pesos per piece. If I would have two sacks of those bottles, guys, I would sell that to um to the junk shop, guys. And then what would happen, guys, is uh the income that I'll have from those junk shop by selling those bottles and plastic and whatnot that I will be able to see. I'll s- I'll utilize that to buy uh those things that I need during those time, or buy my projects, those things. And then what did I also do during my childhood times, guys? Um, to ease up also sometimes with those things. I would go because our house in New City is near the pier, guys, or the docking station of before it used to have boats, but now it's I hope there would be boats moving forward. There were what we call tigi before, guys. So what will I do? I would buy some hooks and then nylon, which is uh it's a number one, number two, the number of that nylon. I try to hide it, tie it, and then put it to the nylon thing. And then there will be what you call tinga in Bisaya, or it's something like it would let your uh, the thing that you will be using for catching fish go down. And then what would I do, guys? Back then, When you back then in my times, my childhood times, guys, um, I would somewhat like go to that place, and then I would just drop it, and then when I see that on the bottom it's like black or a lot of fishes are there, I would just in Bisaya that's what it's called sintak, or pull it to the point that every fish from that bottom would be caught by that hook. If I would back then, if I would caught, I would be catching like two plastics of it. One plastic ice I'll be bringing it at home, and then um one of those is if I can see that I would be able to sell it, I would sell it. That's it. Uh, those times we're in the focus was on my little sister and my little older brother, guys. I didn't take it like some would say, you don't get the attention of your parents. I didn't take it that way. I found ways on it, guys. I made it as a challenge. What happened, guys, is uh, what happened is uh, my Lola saw it. I didn't ask anything from my Lola. My Lola saw it. That was the current situation. My Lola would always reach out to me with certain things in life to ease out. But guys, I didn't ask anything from my Lola back then. If my Lola would say, you go to the mountains, you count those copras, that because there's a harvest there. I would go there without any remorse or such. I would go there, and then I would count. I would help, and then when the what do you call that truck would go down, I will also be with them. And to the point that it came to the point that I was the favorite. I was one of the favorite of my Lola back then. Wherever my Lola goes, I would go. And the favorite places that we would go before, guys, is Cagayan de Oro before, because I would have the chance to go to the skating ring, roller skating ring. I bet it's not already there in Lemketkay, but before during my days, guys, that was there. That was my happiness because I used to be a crasher back then, growing up with roller skates, guys. When I moved up uh to college, guys, with those current situation, the other challenge that I encountered in life, guys, with which broadened my faith with him, guys, because during those times I used to be an acolyte in the church for quite some time during my stint in studying. There was a point in my life I was 18 years old back then, and I enjoyed my life. There was a time in my life that I fell from two floors because ingon pa nila laagan man kay ko before. I would go. There was a time that one of my friends had a problem back then, so I have to go to that friend and comfort my friend because he was uh, special. He was special to one of my friend, and my friend broke hurt that person. Seeing that, I don't want to see that happening, even though that's my friend. So what I did is I went to their place. I talked her out. Uh, when I saw that the person's okay already, I went back home. And it happened that it was like dawn already when I went home. It was raining back then. My parents didn't know that I went to Cagayan to talk to the person, to comfort that person. I went home while walk while climbing the terrace where my bed used to be in our ancestral house in Ingog City, in Samsung out. I fell, guys, while climbing, because one of my hands flipped from where I was holding it. When that flipped, guys, all of my hands slipped. So I fell to the canal wherein it was wider. And luckily, during those times, guys, I guess I had a guardian angel back then. I guess because this part of your body, if this will hit a hard object, this is fatal. Eventually, guys, uh, I guess because of my guardian angel, uh, dissuade me from those things, because that was also the time that I understand that if it's really not your time, it's really not your time, guys. Because if it was my time back then, guys, I wouldn't be here where you are. The morning I can deliver, but I guess it's not my time, and I understand by my brother understanding that life is destined. It has a clear path. Was widened, guys, widened to the point that uh, my understanding to to everything that happens to our life, guys, was broadened. It was really open. I was back then 18, guys. I'm already more than the calendar that's there. So then guys, I moved up to college where I am. Back then, guys, I was an average student. I would only that's okay for me, 5 or 6, 75, 76, 77, 78, as long as I pass. Because why? For me, guys, back then, yes, you might be having good grades when you were studying, but would that good grades transpire to you being successful? Not all the times, guys. Because why? There are times, guys, that we might be having good grades in school, but upon the application of those things that you learn in school, you would be 70. You will be 74, 70 on your grade. Then what's gonna happen, right? It's like uh, somewhat like uh, what you learn in school was not applied to the current situation that you have, the reality in life, right? But then also one of my challenges, my challenge, guys, is when I was a student, guys. My dad wanted me to take up accounting, then law, and then my aspiration back then was I wanted to go into priesthood. I wanted to become doctor. I wanted to become a police. I want to become uh, uh, an army for service, because that was my drive, guys, uh, for what I want in life, guys. There were times, guys, that when I was in the house, I would practice on how to officiate the mass and things. But I guess there was a there was one tita that I have, guys, that approached me, said, "John, you can get anything that you want, but except entering priesthood, guys, John, because it will be the first for you, for your family. Your tito already wanted to go there. He is married right now. Can I request that's not a rip out for what you want?" And oh, I heard, tita, okay. I presented things. to my dad at the time, the two aspiration that I have left prior to taking up medical field, being a police, being um belonging to the armed forces. Because at the time I took up already accounting what he wanted. But on my second year, guys, uh, I tried to enter already the advanced training for the ROTC, because I wanted really that to go into the AFP and the PNP, guys, to serve with a purpose. And eventually, guys, when my dad knew about it, did you know, guys, what my dad did? My dad really tried to hide hide a budget for my BDA uniform, guys. Eventually, I was not able to go for training. Some of my peers back then in ROTs really didn't want it to happen, because I would be the representative of our school for the advanced training, because some of the first class officers would graduate that following year. But that's really not life. So I was contented to like finishing my school. Back then, guys, I have to earn every respect of my dad. My The focus of my dad back then was my older brother, because my older brother was graduating back then. Hi, Marky. Yup. How are you doing? And then the focus of my dad was my older brother, because my older brother would be graduating from college by the course of physical therapy. In the end, uh, in the end, back then, uh, my older um, what about it? My focus, the focus of my dad was my older brother, and my dad wanted me to pursue taking up the board for CPA, because my brother back then, when I graduated from already from physical therapist, he took up the board one time. He is from he graduated in Liceo de Cagayan. My dad wanted me or to take up the board, but I told my dad at some point, uh, because after I graduated, I moved. I was able to work in Butuan City, Miss Agusan del Norte, under a Japanese company. We were a subcontractor for Kajima. I didn't earn the the respect of my dad until I came here in Cebu, guys. Because back then, my dad really wanted me to take up the board, because my brother took up the board and my brother became a licensed physical therapist, guys. But after that stint, guys, after my stint in Butuan for a couple of months, a year or so, and then I went to Manila. I had a talk with my dad when I went home prior to me coming to Cebu City. I had a talk with my dad. I really told my dad, "Mo, Dad, can you give me my happiness that we're in? Can you let me find my happiness? Because it's not gonna because during, by the way, when I was in college, that's the time I knew my dad really wanted me. It was his aspiration for me to take up CPA and then law, because that was his dream. I finished accounting, guys. Ayun, while I was working, I was able to understand the reason about of accounting, how important accounting is. And then, um, what happened during those times, guys, is like, uh, we had a talk with my dad prior for me coming here in Cebu. My dad really told me, we have a small business back then in the ticketing outlet. Don't you have any plans of taking over the management position of that of that small business that we have? I really told my dad, Dad, let me find my happiness. Dad, if and then I will go to Cebu, yeah, and then I would be I would be failing on that. Then that's the time that I would go back and to the business that we had. Yes, my dad gave me the nudge to come here in Cebu. There were times, guys, that while I was working, my dad, I was already working then for certain companies here. My dad tried to get me back home for me to manage our simple business that we have, ticketing outlet back then for Philippine Airlines. Uh, at the time that my dad would come and get me, that was the time that I had to work. I had to work. Oh, a second try wherein he tried to get me back home, but the time that he wanted to get me is the time that I had a job already. So he could not pull me back when I would go home. When the time that I went home was like the time that I lost my one of my titos. I lost my lola back then. He tried to get me, but I did have a job at the time for certain companies here in Cebu, guys. Uh, the time that I lost uh, my lola, I was working with uh by the time I lost one of my titos in Hingog, I was working with Bose Coffee at the time, so I had to go home. And then he tried to pull me back to our place, but he knew that I had a job, so he had to let me back and go back to Cebu. The time I lost one of my titos back then in Hingog City, guys. Uh, that was the other time that he wanted me to pull me back. We had plans, but I had a job at the time, so I would go back here. Right? And prior to him passing, guys, he tried to pull me back one time. Yeah, and then he talked me out. We were in that was the time 2016 when he came here, and then the current laptop that I have, guys, this is from him because he talked my older brother to because my older brother is based in New Hampshire, Concord in the US, guys, as a USPT RPPT. He talked my older brother to bring the laptop for me because we had a simple family gathering back then. And then uh, when we had that simple gathering, he tried to talk me out. But he said, I'm not going to be able to get you to manage your own business. I'll just wait till you go. I'll just wait till you go home. And then that was also a bit of the exciting years of the business. One thing that he opened up to me is like, John, what do you need for the business? Back then, we needed uh, a ref in the ref. He talked me out. He told me, John, um, how much is the down payment for that? I'll send you it. Eventually, on that appliance center where I applied for a loan, I just don't know the reason why it was denied back then. Uh, he told me why I'm just gonna pay the month the the initial payment for it, and then you take care of the month because I want you to develop responsibility, being responsible of your finances. And guys, what I gained from my dad, guys, which I'm really being thankful, even though during those times I earned, that was the time I earned the respect of my dad, the nudge of my dad, uh, is that even though how strict my dad was before, guys, it made me who I am today. When it comes to drinking, guys, it's been like a long years already that I haven't tried any bottle of beer, guys. And if you guys would meet me along the road, right, when I'm selling, even though if you try to sway me to drink while I'm selling, if you guys would remember, I would say no when I'm selling because why? That's from my dad. Because why? I saw everything that happened, guys, because of too much drinking, too much smoking at the time, guys. Because why? There was a time, guys, that my dad, I was fourth year college, wherein my dad, uh, just scared my little sister back then, and there was a boil here, guys, without anything. And my dad really wanted to, my dad really wanted to eat some hard stuff, but for 3 weeks, guys, he wasn't able to eat hard things. It was only lugaw, guys, because of that kind of thing. Uh, After a couple of weeks, he was able to. He was operated on that, but the thing that I saw in my dad, guys, that my dad was that brought me to where I am, guys. My dad was a fighter, guys, in a way wherein when he got operated here for that too much smoking, guys. My dad didn't ask to be admitted to the hospital. My dad went home after the operation, and then it was in the house that he rested. And what I learned from my dad, guys, even though how strict my dad is the principle of the principle of like do not run from any responsibility that you created. You created that kind of thing. Do not run from it. Face it, because the moment you run from that responsibility that you created, guys, it will hunt you all over all things. That's why for me, guys, uh, being the single dad that I am, I tell you guys, I had a lot of my fair share before when I used to be still a student, guys. Some of my my girlfriends before, guys, would like to have a kid with me back then, but I really said I silently said no to that because I was not ready back then. But when I found my late wife before we had kids, but guys, by then I told myself I'm ready already to settle down, and that's why because what's the reason for that, guys? I don't before, guys, what's the reason for that is it's because I don't want to go into I create something wherein I would run from any responsibility. Why? You will ask me why, right? It's because I have an older sister and I don't want to hurt any I every person that I see before, guys, that uh To the women's side, guys, I always respect everybody because why I have a little sister. If I do things, run from any responsibility, I would create those things, guys. I'm one thing that uh, runs from me, guys, is what if I do this and then it happens to my younger sister? Would I like it? Wherein my little sister will cry because of the pain, but I can't do anything about it. It's because I've been doing right, which I've not done in my wildest dreams, guys. Because why? I always look into my younger sister that I don't want to hurt. It's okay for me to be hurt at the time, but I don't want to instill revenge because why? I have a younger sister in me. And now, guys, I'm currently happy with my life after a year. After a year, more than a year, 2 years already since I lost my wife, guys. I have an LDR. It's been a year or so. I hope it. I'm hoping. I'm praying deeply, guys. That, um, it, for more years to come, guys. And then yeah, that's why I want to share this, guys, because why? How did I overcome those hardships that I have, guys? I overcome those hardships, guys, by having the mentality of a person never quitting. I might encounter something in life, but I never bow down to those things. I face it as a man. We're in. Yeah, this is happening. This is painful. These are things. But I know that I will learn something from it. I will become a better person moving forward from it. And that's why as a business as the business that I have would prosper, guys, as it is where I am, the fame that I have from Facebook and a lot of things, guys, because of the product that I have. You never see a person of me that would bow down to any pains, guys, except for pains, guys, relationship pains. Because why? In everything that I do, guys, in my life, I always look into uh, my family, guys. The family that I created, guys. The commitment that I have for them. The commitment to become a father to my family, to provide for my family, guys. Once that always sinks into me, guys, I don't think of the tiredness that I would be doing, how far it is. I need to walk just to create something for my family, guys. I don't think of those things. What I think is I'm able to provide for my family. I'm able to make my kid happy. I'm able to make my wife or yeah, and my LDR happy. Once I see them happy, once I see my kid happy, I'm also happy because I'm able to stand to my responsibility in the family, guys. That's why, guys, for you guys, uh, you should be uh, uh, when you encounter hardships in life, don't bow down to it. Just know the reason why it's happening, guys. Because once you know those reasons why it's happening, guys, it will lit a fire to you to have the mentality and the mindset of the morning ice candy vendor, guys. But I don't I don't back down from any challenges in life. I never quit on something that I started. But when I stumble on certain things, I ask myself, why is this happening to me? Do I need to change something or not? Like people that I meet, guys, they are my critics sometimes. They will always say, "Oh, your voice is like this, like that. Oh, you're not gonna be successful. Because of when you change your style, I would always ask them, where did you know me, man? You knew me to my voice, right? I'm able to uh I'm able to reach you, and you know me because of my voice, right? Why will I change something? Did I violate anything? I guess I the question of all most of my you, the answer would be, you never violated anything, so why will I change something? What? Why, right? I'm just doing I'm just doing what I need to do, ma'am, to provide for my family. And this is my responsibility, and this is my commitment to my family. Why would I change things? Are are you able to? I would always ask them, are you the one that would feed my family? Are you the one that's gonna pay the rent for my family? Are you gonna be the one, the one that's gonna pay the electricity and bills for my family? And most of the time, their question, no. Their answer would be no. So why would I change something? This is working for me. This is working for me. Wherein I'm able to reach out to a lot of people, inspiring them, showing the perseverance and the dedication and the hard work that I have. Why will I change it? Right? And that's why the moaning is can the vendor that you have, guys, has is a person that never quits, never bow down. If there are critics, I find I digest what my critics are saying. If it's full negative and I won't learn from it, I'll put it in the trash. But if the comment has a positive side of it wherein I can grow from it, I'll take it. I'll take it. You'll not notice it, but I'll apply. I'll apply what I can apply in a positive way from that comment, and you'll see, right, those things. Like right now, guys, with what I'm doing, this used to be a comment from a customer to create my own sound from what I'm doing, and I'm able to do it. I'm able to pull ISIS to or attention to what I'm doing. I'm able to uh, get laughters from people that I meet. I'm able to let their sadness out, run out, and so that they will be able to find solutions. I'm able to along the street if I am able to frighten some um, who are in the middle of the street waiting for their rides, and because of my voice they are able to back down to where it's safe, right? And that's why um that's that's why, guys, the moral lesson of what I want to share, guys, is don't back down from any challenge. Find ways, find ways wherein you can be better. Like for me, guys, I had three siblings. My older brother is a USPT RPPT. My younger sister is a ComSci graduate from SDI. As I told you before, there were struggles being me and me in the middle, but I didn't take it negatively. I took it positively. I did what I can do. I'm able to do, and here I am. I am right now in creating blogs, and I'm also selling. But at the same time, I'm also working as a call center agent. I'm able to inspire you guys, and if John Michael can do it, then why can't you do it? I guess you can do it, guys. It's just programming your mindset to believe that you can do it. Don't develop a mentality where you say no. That's not gonna bring you any good things. Develop a mentality wherein you will always say yes, 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 yes. And from those things, guys, everything will follow, guys. And this is my live video for this Monday dawn, guys. I hope you have takeaways from this. I have. I hope I've inspired you in my simple ways, guys. And by the way, guys, for some that are looking for me, if I will be in the night market, yes, guys, I will be there, guys, on the coming weeks in the night market, guys. You will see me in Colon, guys, in the Colon night market, guys. I will be there, guys, to let you experience the products that I have, guys, and at the same time, bring laughter along the streets, guys. Bring excitements to those people who are in the night market, helping them uh, generate sales for the night market. And by the way, guys, this is simultaneously live to my YouTube channel, John Michael Moore. And I hope you have takeaways from this. You can also follow me to my TikTok account. Let's see, gonna be the Morning Ice Candy Vendor. And hit the follow and like there. And you're also to my live videos on the Morning Ice Candy Vendor um, page in Facebook. You can also, by the way, follow me to my Twitter account. It's gonna be JM Bookkeeping Services and Assorted Products, and also to my page, JM Bookkeeping Services and Assorted Products. You'll see all the updated ice candy that I will be bringing along the streets, guys. Um, and we do also different services, particularly bookkeeping services. If you have problems with your company or managing the accounting works, feel free to hit us a message on that page, guys. I'll really answer those things, guys, so that we can offer you those bookkeeping services for you to help you ease out those accounting things for you guys. And you can also, by the way, guys, click the subscribe and the notification bell on our two YouTube channels. This is John Michael Mora and JM Teachbot. This is currently live on John Michael Mora, guys. I hope I have inspired you in some ways and touch your heart for those things, guys. This is once again JM, the Morning Ice Candy Vendor. Bye bye for now. See you next Sunday and Monday, guys, for our next live video. Bye bye.